we are going to try a new format and we'll see how it goes. I hope to change the microphone at some point. Just bear with me because I'm not used to looking in the screen from having to move around to, different format. But how about we begin? Emotionally accountable, aware, and self regulating people. They are empowered. A 5D collective, mystic or not, person is a individual who has that capacity to be emotionally aware. Bilateral integration. So the left mode of our brain is a chit chatter, the vocabulary part, the verbal. The right mode picks up what comes up from inside, and it is what picks up nonverbal. I'm attachment trauma informed. Thank you, Daniel Siegel, for a lot of the courses are from him, but also an ICBM, and much, much more. If you want a list, if you ever need them, let me know. But also woo-woo here because a mystic I am, and it's because I know not everybody is experienced, perceptive, and or understands or believes in mysticism, the sciences, which is also why pseudoscience lady. Okay, so self-regulation is all about if you have a window of welcome and if you have your inner child in the forefront, which is what we talk about. So empowerment is about you being able to know that healthy self-boundaries and just healthy boundaries and healthy self-worth is a person who has no more trauma charges lingering. So you use your prefrontal cortex. Integration of the brain and bilateral integration is what is necessary for that. But that would be where if you are emotionally aware, accountable, and self-regulator, it's something like, oh, you know what? When I get woken up, I get really moody, but I'm not going to keep bringing forth my maladaptive child behavior. I'm going to learn how to use my tone. I'm going to learn how not to get upset because I am a person, we embody spirituality, that has meaning beyond the solo self. I am a human being, you're a human being. I know how to be emotionally accountable versus ego sensitive versus the Elsa journey individuals online that we see, who in fact are not whole 3-year-old hearts. They are on that last leg of the trauma charges healing. See, they have an attachment wound and a trauma wound, and basically, humans, they all suck. It's called misanthropy. Nobody seems to be looking at that. Every time I hear a 4D mystic talking about our spirituality being taken away because of, or divinity, because of technology. I'm like, are you serious? Oh, wait, they don't know what it's like to be an integrated brain yet. Obviously, they have lost touch with reality, meaning that we are a species that has evolved, expanded, and we continue to do so. And technology and sciences can save, as it has, people past and in the future. Okay, so emotionally aware means I don't bring my implicit bias, political, religious, any of that to your face. Healthy boundaries is I can talk to you. Healthy self-worth is we can disagree on anything and everything and all of it. That's I love academia, by the way. I love learning. This is why I like academia. And I love the empowering academics. So when you embody spirituality, thank you, Jesus, it's because you do know blessed are those who believe without seeing. You have a heart and I have a heart, like Pacha tells Cusco, and you also embody your humanity. Okay, so again, healthy self-worth means you are your inner child, and healthy boundaries is not the cancel culture when somebody's blocking, unfriending, and not capable of actually being harmonious. They don't know not only their own worth, they don't know the worth of all people, and they don't believe in their self the way that a whole 3-year-old heart can. So their mind is not being used wisely, and they're not being fearless and bold because they have decided to cancel somebody. What you really are is a teenager version of yourself with a inner child, and that's okay. You don't have to be friends with everybody. So some people, they choose the journey of I'm only going to be with the herd members, that fourth, the ones who have the same pain point, and I'm going to follow my 7 to 14 charming leaders, and that's why we have those who are not empowered and they don't embody anything empowering, because empowerment means you can show up fully and completely with a mind that has integration. It's the optimization of your human being brain, and the divine feminine in your body is what is going to have you showing up like that. So when you do know how to have coherent communication, that is because your heart and mind are friends and you don't find human beings as dangerous from your survival mode. So because I know magic works through me and through you, and because I know that this and that are true, 5D Collective, you sing your song and I sing mine, and we dream the world into being either as securely attached people, and so we take a leap of faith, And that's in humanity. Life is a mystery, but there's a lot of answers, and those answers lie within attachment and trauma information. It's really nice what I got to learn and still am learning about everything when it comes to our inner child. So I'm a twin. And I'm going to say not only did I get lucky because I got to be shown authority, discernment, authority, powerful, directed, realized yet receptive, wise, and loving, lovely mother, discerning world and people, viewing it from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. Okay, so the actual balancing energies, when you incorporate and embody both, and so being a spirituality process is where you can move your personality to the side, meaning Maria stuff. But of course, Maria stuff is here. That's why we embody our humanity as well. So you don't pretend like you don't have an ego self. You do. And it's a 3-year-old. My whole 3-year-old heart doesn't mistrust or not believe in humanity. I have no fear or non-acceptance of humanity. I know that Michael Stone scale of evil, all people who need a good therapist, and anybody who's not kind makes me think of Patrick Tiahan, childhood trauma survivor. He's healed and healing, great therapist who has a community. His biggest regret is that because of his childhood, he was unkind because it was not child-centric, okay? And so discernment, again, very important. If you have restorative embodiment, and that is you, mystic or not, you're going to know how to discern, because as long as you have no physical weapon in your hand, my emotional body is here. And I'm looking at you, in fact, with eyes that have no trauma charges or trauma memory or any of that lingering. Now, here's what happens when a person has the stuff come up and they project and they're chit chatter. So envy, jealousy, spite, those are low self-esteem emotional responses. They're fair and square because your 0-1-year-old wants to be seen, to be soothed, to be safe, to be secure. So you have what is called I'm not good enough. An empowered person doesn't have that. We have a whole 3-year-old heart. I'm imperfect and flawed. You're imperfect and flawed. Now we can share room. And that is, again, I'm a twin, so I've always shared a room. I shared the belly, okay? Just saying. So I got lucky. Some of us get determined with a differentiated self, so we don't lose our innocence or our childhood. Then we're self-aware because we're not a solo self, so we are embodying that spirituality and that humanity. That's why we overflow with it, but it's called, in sciences, mental health term, updated information, lovely Daniel Siegel, again, all my other courses, integration of brain. So whatever comes up, I have a window of welcome and I can talk. But for those who don't, they will be reactive, which is low self-esteem. Again, passive-aggressive, indirect communicators, when they're canceling, blocking, and doing things that don't involve let us communicate, let us have what is going to be a nice conversation. And let's read the frequency, shall we? The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart to the center of our truth, and to stay in the flow of source. Source is this relational field, Akash. Some still will call it God, and that's because the open-minded person does move beyond belief systems. See, faith and the feeling is what connects us all. We don't need to create the story. The story is for people who ruminate. The story is for people who don't have an identity. A sense of identity is use your name. When you have the spirituality and humanity, again, Jesus walked a walk and talked a talk, and he walked with all people. And he showed how to forgive. And when he says, blessed are those who believe without seeing, I knew that it's you have a heart and I have a heart because I can see your eyes. The difference is my eyes are looking at you from a place of self-empowered, emotionally accountable, aware, and mature, self-regulating person. So if I'm having a panic attack or I'm pissing my pants, I'm not going to come at you with that. People don't trust human beings and they come since I was a teen. And humans suck. Humans, hey, you're a human. You're dishing and talking about yourself. No, I'm not. It's about everybody else. Well, you're human. So obviously you're inconsistent. And that's the one thing, inconsistency comes out of people who are not securely attached within themselves yet. When you are, you're a safe haven, secure base. That's why for the solo polyamory community, relationship, anarchy, and non-hierarchical, every person is special and unique. Tune in for more. Have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed the format.